A new lock for Harpers Ferry 1807. William Hovey Smith, 2025. This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman. And this is the start of a series of episodes that will run through the hunting season next year. I'm now getting pairs of guns ready for deer season. And these will include the AccuSporter here, flintlock rifle, which is perhaps the most advanced flintlock rifle for hunting ever designed for the Pennsylvania muzzleloading season, which runs in snow country in January. Yeah, it does. And this gun will be given away if I'm invited on a hunt in Pennsylvania and successfully take a deer with it. Alrighty. Well, rifles, particularly single-shot rifles, if you're going to hunt with them, need a companion. And the companion is this. This is the 1807 Harpers Ferry pistol. If it might look vaguely familiar in shape, this is a crossed pistol insignia on the U.S. military police designation. Yeah, little things that are worn here and here. And so this is perhaps the most handsome pistol ever produced by the U.S. military. And I certainly think so. But I bought this pistol years ago. And I used it. And we'll have a hunt story about that coming up. But, unfortunately, it broke its mainspring. And these mainsprings are no longer available. Not even from Davide Pedersoli. However, they still make the pistol. And so, if you'll have a broken mainspring and cannot make one, then you order an entirely new lock from Pedersoli, which I have done, and which we will install in this episode. Now, I have many interests, and unfortunately, they spill over into my videos. So we are also starting on a very rigorous diet regime, having to do with policies advocated by Dr. George Grant and Dr. William Davis, which includes many things, including making your own yogurt, which I am doing over here. And I'm simultaneously increasing my exercise to build up muscle strength, because I am losing body mass and I am losing weight, and I need to do something about that. And so we are carrying that along too. Instead of doing my usual bit on the treadmill today, my exercise is starting to work down this tree limb. This is an oak limb, and yeah, it's about normal size for me. It's running about 12 inches at the base and extends out some 20 feet anyway. And so we're going to be working up this limb, taking the small branches off, cutting it up, and using part of it for backstop. But the leafy stuff I'm going to proceed to burn. And I've got the burn pile behind me going right now. And we will get this worked up in the next few days. So if you're ever going to do a podcast or ever going to do a video series, do not do this. The topic, stick with it, stay with it, you'll build your following faster, and you'll ultimately make more money. Why do I not do it? Well, because I have too many interests, and I get, quite frankly, bored doing the same type of content again and again and again. So I don't do that. So, let me bring you up So you can take a look at these things, and we're actually going to install the new lock.
And here is a close-up of the lock itself. On the writing front, using AI to make your own job anytime, anywhere, at any age is now available on Amazon.com. And a very excellent review has been posted. I need more of them, quite frankly. So please, if you like what I do, support this channel by buying a copy of the book and recommending it to your local libraries and friends or institutions. There is an excellent review already posted, and please add to it, but don't feel like you have to meet that standard. If you just like the book and give it a 4, that will be wonderful. I will be very pleased. So, please buy my book and endorse it.
The pistol's disassembly is straightforward. Just remove the ramrod, and this is a wooden rod. Remove the wedge here. Okay. There we go. That drops the wedge. Move the barrel screw here. Okay. This is really beautiful wood in here. The barrel will lift out. Nice big touch hole. Black powder only, made in Italy, 58. And you have proof marks and serial number. Okay. Traditionally, the lock is held with 2 screws. And these come out rather easily. And old lock out. Okay. So, what do we do here? Will it drop into place? Well, almost. This point in the back is differently shaped. It's sharp pointed and it comes further back. So that inletting needs to come out a little bit. I'd say the same in the front a little bit. Okay. Got a little chisel work to do back here. Body of the lock may be a little bit loose, but by the time we correct the front and the rear, yeah, I think that'll take care of it. Before attempting to inlet, the first thing you want to do is disassemble the locks. And here you see the old lock on the top and the new one on the bottom. And one thing you'll very quickly notice, this is not just a replacement of a weak spring. Although the spring here is obviously much more robust than the original that broke up top. It's thicker. It's already been ground on one side. And I'll probably grind some more from it just to weaken it so the lock will function smoother. Now I have tried it. I have tri-fitted it in the stock. And what we found is that this part right here fits very well. And the wood I need to remove is to allow for this point right here to inlet this relatively small piece. Now it seems just by inspection that the position of the holes to actually mount the lock in the gun are in the same place. So I believe we lucked out there. We don't have to worry about moving those. But I will have to allow extra room on the inside with this larger spring, I suspect, and mill that out, as well as take care of this rear end here. I'm going to be using a Dremel tool, and we're going to take away some of this excess here, and then use progressively finer tools, and then only use the chisel when we have to come down and make this very delicate point. We have our lock plate fitted, and it's shown with some of the Dremel tools we've used. And the cock right now is free because there are no springs on the inside. And it's a little proud of the wood, but it does fit against the barrel correctly. So now the job is to fit the external and the internal parts. And we're going to start on the externals first. We have put together the lock again. And some things have been noticed. One, this spring is considerably heavier than the one on the other lock. And we have not yet installed the mainspring, which is intentional. We want to make sure all of these parts clear and function. Okay. Yep. Half cock. Full cock. Half cock. Full cock. Yeah. All right. So all of these parts from here back are good. It's the mainspring that may give the problem. We have apparently succeeded. We have the new lock installed, and it works. Half cock, full cock. All right. So the next episode will be load development and test firing, and we'll see how that goes. Now, there is one thing missing here, and that is a minuscule part called a fly, which has flown. I dropped it on my linoleum floor, and I've swept the floor twice, and I've searched it with a magnet, and I have not found it. There is a possibility that this gun will hang up on half cock. And the way you solve that is you remove the half cock notch. But I really prefer not to do that. So I may wind up ordering a fly, and if I do, I'll pay $25 shipping for a 2-cent part. Well, so be it. But we have the gun otherwise seemingly ready to go. All we need is a proper flint and the load, and we'll be good. What these needle nose vice grips are out for is to give you the tool that you need to decompress that mainspring so you can attach the stirrup. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.